there. About 200 yards up the bank. You can see horn. Okay, there. You see him up there? You smoked him, Mike!
North Mountain Adventures is brought to you by Wolverine Supply, Half On Optics, Dan Beaver Traffic Supply, CNC Rentals and Recreation, Gem Insurance, Reprimap Graphic Design, Badlands Gear, Stillwater Adventures, True North Trailer, Bankert Marketing, and these fine sponsors.
Where I live, where I lie, where I spend the rest of my life. Won't you step across that line? I'm going way outside. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm going way outside.
This week I'm headed back north in search of moose at my parents' camp, McCarthy's Guiding and Outfitting. It's always a time filled with massive highs when we find that perfect moose to harvest, and the lowest of lows when the moose slip away with the wind. This week I get the pleasure of guiding Tim and his daughter Bobby Joe. Tim and I met several years ago and he's hunted with me many times since. You may recognize him from season 1 where he shot a 57-inch bull. This year would be different. Special, some might say. Taking your daughter on a fly-in moose hunt isn't something a lot of families get the opportunity to do. So I consider myself blessed to be their guide for this experience. As the week progressed, we passed on 2 younger bulls and had a chance at a wolf, but did not land them. On day 6, Tim decided to sleep in and head out later with Roy, another guide in camp. Meanwhile, Bobby Joe and I were out calling and heard shooting towards camp. We quickly headed back to find out that Tim had harvested a giant bull, and I'm starting to think that Tim has a horseshoe tucked away because he's 3 for 3 hunting moose with us and have all been over 50 inches. Unfortunately, Bobby didn't get a moose, but seeing her smile beside her dad with his moose was a memory I'm confident she won't forget. Bobby Joe was an absolute pleasure to have in camp. Fit right in with the guys and will no doubt be another lifelong friend. Now we move on to week 2. With new hunters and new challenges. Mike and Ernie are behind the scopes and also have the pleasure of my wife's stepdad Murray joining us to help in camp for the week.
Week 2, baby. We're back. We had some bulls grunting here before, so we're gonna try it out. It's colder, north wind. Hopefully we can get them going. It's supposed to get colder and colder as the week goes on, so wish us luck. this morning. It was pretty windy, but it's colder today, so it's looking good. It's pretty calm where we are now, so the wind's blowing our scent onto the lake. I've called bulls here before. Actually one last week, but on the south side of the bay. So the wind's good. Hopefully something comes in. Last night we ran into a nice bull and we couldn't get a shot at it, so we went back there this morning and called, and we never heard or seen of him. And but this morning Roy called in a real nice bull, he said, but the wind was wrong, and of course the bull got within range, and by the time they saw him he bolted and said he was sheared trees off. He was running away so fast. So we're headed back out a little early. We got a northwest wind, so we're gonna hit up some bays and see if we can find some other bulls that want an answer. Well, we hit up the first spot, and it turned out good. We had a bull coming right in, grunting, and I told Mike, get ready, and he stopped grunting. We waited a few minutes. I cow called. He started grunting, coming. Heard him cross the water. Like he's gonna come right down the pipe. Get ready. And all of a sudden he turned, kept grunting, and he just kept grunting away from us into the abyss. So it makes me think there was a cow in front of him, and she turned and went the other way, and he followed and wanted us to follow, but so yeah, so close yet so far. But you know, we had a few grunting last week here and there, but it got real cold this morning, probably like -5, -6, and I think they're alive. I don't know what to say. The wind's been southeast all day, right? And this bull's coming in, and he's like no more than 50 yards, hitting trees with his horns. And I'm like, this is happening. Get ready. It's gonna be like a 12-yard shot. And all of a sudden, I heard a few branches crack further, and I feel the wind on my back, and I throw up my thing, and sure, I want to say bad words, but sure enough, the wind decides to switch when he's 50 yards from us and blow right at him, the completely opposite way. I just can't even. This is just unbelievable. Mike just about killed there. It's the second bull we called in today.
Part of my job as a guide is to get to know my hunter, understand what kind of hunt they're hoping for, gauge their physical ability against the terrain, and then create the best possible hunt for them. For some hunters, shifting strategies on the fly is easy. For others, it's too much. For some, changing positions is done without question. For others, it's simply too challenging, and my strategy needs to adjust accordingly. Either way, we have fun doing it, and it's always exciting when your other guide calls for extra muscle to haul out a moose. Ernie had just landed himself a Northern Manitoba moose. You got him.
I got him. He didn't go anywhere tonight, last night.
Well, that's good. I'd have been worried if he did. You gutted him last night.
Yeah, kind of a rusty. We couldn't move him. His one other leg is right underneath
Stuck,
him.
yeah.
We had a hard time moving him around, so.
No water or anything. I'd shoot that bull all day long.
I tried. I shot until I run out of bullets.
That's a pretty sucker.
He was pretty going across that water splashing like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
you
like
son
the
of a
kid.
gun.
Yeah.
But I'm still surprised Roy could spot him that far off.
Got her done. Another moose down. One to go.
Well, we back to the beach. We come and checked it out. The wind's perfect for here. And sure shit, there is 2 sets of bull tracks crossing. So one bigger one, and I mean they're both big, but one's bigger. So we will see if we can't call one in.
Okay, listen to me.
Straight up there, up 200 yards.
See him up there? About 200 yards up the bank. You can see his horn. You see him up there?
Yeah. He's bed there looking at him.
What do you want to do? You think you can hit him?
Get a little closer to you.
I think if we go any further to the right, he's gonna wind us. Can't see him?
I'll shoot.
Hey?
Yeah.
You hit him. Do it again.
He's dead.
You smoked him, Mike!
Fucking down.
Holy shit! You nailed him! Blasty! Oh, he's dead, Mike. You hit him twice. He didn't even move. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god. Oh, I ran up here to make sure that he wasn't getting up. And he's not.
and I can see his paddle. He's a friggin' giant. How lucky. We were coming in here to call, and we caught him bedded up on the side hill. I literally just kept floating sideways, keeping the boat straight, and Mike's like, I got a good beat on him. So I just shut everything down, and he just smoked him the first shot. He didn't even move.
Yeah! Just come around the corner, and Craig says, there's a bull right there, big old bull. I said, where? And I finally found him. Finally got a good spot. I looked at the scope and see he bedded there. All I could see was head, horns, front shoulder. Ow! Never moved.
Oh man, that's
Bull
cool.
down, Manitoba, bull down.
What you get?
A giant.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, right. How big?
I don't know.
Side of the hill.
He shot him like 250, 300 up the hill out of the boat. No joke. He says, before we get to the corner, he says, Craig, we're gonna see a bull because I don't have none of my shit ready. And I said, oh, well, we'll get it ready if we see one. We come around the corner, I'm like, right there, get it ready, right there. I can just see his fucking horns laying there.
Way up on that hillside. I said, you show me a moose, I'll show you what I can do with that son.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's what I come up here for, helping you guys.
Nice bull.
Well, that's a chunk of meat there, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, nice big body on that bugger.
Thank you, sir.
yes, sir.
You all messed up back there? Like,
Take a picture of that. I don't want you hold it.
Congrats, Mike.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming out.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming out, Mom and Dad. McCarthy's Guiding and Outfitting. It was a pleasure to have you and Ernie.
It was a heck of a deal. Greg seen him up around the hill. I
Right
told
on.
him, show me one and I'll take care of the rest.
Right on. Packed out. Good to go, tagged out, baby. Home time. Tomorrow, I'm headed home. Got back to camp and there's a bear on some of the scraps, so they got bear tags, so we'll see what we can do.
just make sure you get a good shot of Ernie.
It's a big bear.
Just wait and get. You okay here, or what do you think? Okay, just hang on.
Tell me when.
Whenever you want. I see him.
I don't.
He went that to the right. You put her in his chest?
I had him right below his jaw. I just wishful thinking. I was hoping he was going to be laying dead there, though.
That was a huge chocolate bear.
Well, he's big. Man, he looked good in the scope.
Yeah, he's big. He shot him. Pretty sure he hit him, but it's getting dark and
Beautiful bear.
we are in the middle of nowhere, so tracking a wounded bear and getting mauled tonight is probably not the best idea.
He looks to be dead. Yes, sir.
Got him! That brute.
Yes, sir. Stiffened up.
Good shooting there, buddy.
One and done on him. Well, thank you guys. Yeah.
What a week. 2 beauty moose and Ernie bags of bear. I've been guiding for my parents' moose camp, McCarthy's Guiding and Outfitting, for 6 years now.
Each year brings new challenges, new people, and new opportunities to learn and hone in on what we do. Many of these hunters have remained in contact since their hunt, and in some cases have become good friends. The flight home always feels bittersweet. When the floats leave the water, it's a mix of excitement to see my family met with the disappointment of leaving the simplicity of the wilderness behind. I suppose the saving grace is knowing there's always next year.